Today we are making a video on Lubuntu 23.04 Beta Edition, which was released yesterday along with the Ubuntu 23.04 Beta Edition flavors. Here is the boot menu of Lubuntu 23.04 Beta Edition. This is to launch it in a live mode, which is try or install Lubuntu, and this is Lubuntu safe graphics, and this is test memory. We need to launch in a live mode, so let's go with the try or install Lubuntu and click enter. It's going to take almost like 30 to 40 seconds in order to get to desktop, so let's wait for it. Here is our Lubuntu logo loading. Still a couple of seconds. It should exactly take up to 30 to 35 seconds. As you can see, it's almost finished. Just a couple of seconds. As you can see, we are seeing a mouse pointer here, which is running very smooth without a hiccups or lag. Almost 20 seconds, just a few more seconds. Here is our desktop or a welcome screen. Let's first change the resolution. You can see here there are black corners here. Let's change the display resolution by clicking on application menu, go to preference, LXQt settings, and then monitor settings. Let's change the resolution to 1920 into 1080 because my monitor is 1920 into 1080. Click on apply and then click on yes. It's going to change the resolution. Change your resolution to your desired scale or resolution. Let's open the application menu and check about LXQt version. Our version is 1.2.0. Let's open the system monitor, which is this. Let's check the version before. QPS 2.6.0. Let's maximize this thing. CPUs are running around 19.2%. Our system 80.8%. Memory is 552 MB. I forgot to say I'm running it on a virtual machine, which is VMware, with 4 GB of RAM and 40 GB of hard disk with 2 processors. And these are the RAM. This is swap and this is CPU. Just remember this thing, and later let's open all the apps and check the difference. As you can see, it's almost 550 MB. CPU is this much. These are all the processors running. In the beginning of the video or startup of the Linux, or the starting point of Linux, and let's check it after opening all the apps and running few things, and let's check it later. Let's first open terminal, which is Qterminal. Let's check the version of Qterminal. Version is 1.2.0, and check about Qt 5.15.8. Let's put in some command. Let's type in inxi. It's not found, so let's try to install it. Copy selection, paste selection, hit enter. It's going to take a few seconds to install. Click on Y for yes. Just a few seconds, 10 to 15 seconds hardly. We'll be having our inxi. Let's type in inxi now. Let's type in inxi -b small b. Let's type in inxi capital G. Now cat etc issue. And let's check all these versions now. These are my CPU, RAM, kernel is running 6.2.0-18, INXI version is 3.3.25. I already told my hard disk is 40 GB. I am running on a virtual machine. Host is Lubuntu. Kernel I already said. 64-bit desktop is LXQt. Version is 1.2.1. Distro is Ubuntu 23.04. Lubuntu is based on Ubuntu, or it's a flavor of Ubuntu, so it's going to show Ubuntu here. I'm running on a VMware. It's saying VMware here. FinoX version is 6.0. Xorg version is 1.21.1.7. My display resolution is 1920x1080 x11, and Mesa is 23.0.1. OpenGL version is 4.1. I think I showed everything, I guess. Processors running 267. Uptime is 4 minutes. My memory is 4 GB of RAM, but used is 967. I think we covered everything. Let's first put in NeoFetch and try it. Is it installed? NeoFetch is installed or pre-installed. And let's type in htop now. This is htop. RAM is consuming like almost 556 MB. Swap is 2.72 MB of 2 GB. Tasks are 71. I think that's it. Let's close this thing. Let's try to, before installing, let me show you how to download the Lubuntu version 23.04 beta edition. Let's launch our Firefox browser. Firefox going to take almost like 20 to 30 seconds, but right now it took 10 seconds. That's good. Let's check the version of Firefox before. Ubuntu flavors, Ubuntu 23.04, and all the flavors will be having Firefox 111 version. Right now, it may change in the stable version. Let's type in Lubuntu 23.04 beta directly in the search engine. You can't see the Lubuntu, but let's go to Ubuntu, and you can change it here as Lubuntu instead of Ubuntu. It will take automatically to the Lubuntu version or Lubuntu edition. Let's change this thing. You'll be getting here. Here is our beta edition. I already made the video on daily builds, but this is a beta version. So here is a Lubuntu 23.04 Lunar Lobster beta edition. You can just copy the link or just type in this search term Lubuntu 23.04, and you will be having Lubuntu 23.04. You can even download daily build or beta. Only download these things or download this Linux distro if you are testing. If you are a normal user, if you want to install, don't just download this, because just wait for few days. It will be having a stable release, and after stable release just wait for few days again, because there will be having some bugs. We don't know that. Instead of ruining your PC, it's better to wait like 10 to 15 days. If everything is good, just download and install. If not, they will provide a point release if they have any bugs like 23.04.1 like that. So it's better to wait instead of downloading. If you want to test and don't want to wait, you can go and download the beta version or daily build version and try to install it on a virtual machine. Don't directly install it on your main PC or work PC. So here is the link for it, and the file size is around 2.9 GB, which is almost 3 GB. And this is the AMD 64-bit edition or 64-bit version. It's for all PC, and you can download here by clicking on this. It will directly open the download. I'm using a VPN, so it's going to take a while. I'm using a far server, so it's just showing 1.2 MB. No problem. Let's close this thing and let's try to install. I'm going to show you the formality of installation. I'm not going to install it because I want to run it on a live mode. Here we have our installer, Lubuntu installer. Let's first change our language to American English. You can change it to your own language. They provided almost maximum of languages here. So I think you have your own language here. Calamares is 3.3.0 Alpha 2 for Lubuntu. Click on OK. First choose your language. Click on next. And you can choose your location after the language. I'm going to choose Los Angeles. You can change anything you want. There is no need to put your original location or your exact location. So click on next. After choosing location, you will be having a keyboard layout. Mine is Dell, but it automatically shows generic 105. You can choose your keyboard or leave it automatic, and choose your language. I'm choosing English US, default English US. Click on next. And here is our partition. Mine is 40 GB of hard disk. I'm running it on a VMware, so it's going to show you as a VMware virtual. The first option is to erase everything and install the Linux distro as a single boot. So be careful while doing this. You need to know what you are doing here. So don't just erase everything and you will be losing every files. So be careful, and you need to have a knowledge of partitioning. So this is to erase everything. This is swap, and this is manual partitioning. Manual partitioning is like a dual boot. You can dual boot or do something you want, and you can choose your file size or installation size on where to install. If you're having a single hard drive, I think you have guessed it what I'm saying. So I'm going to choose erase disk right now. If you want to encrypt, let's close this thing. I think we have a bug here. The window partitioning does not seem to be responding. Do you want to force it to quit? It automatically quit. No problem. Let's open again. I'm just going to run through fast. American English, next. Location, next. Keyboard, next. Erase disk. It's a master bootloader location. If you want, you can change the bootloader location. If you don't want, you can choose do not. I recommend it's better to leave it like this, master boot record, because it automatically install the bootloader. So click on next. If you want to encrypt, you can encrypt the system by choosing the password. You need to put the same password here, and you shouldn't remember the password also. So better write it down somewhere. I think everything is good. Click on next. You need to put your username. No need to put your original name. Just put anything you want. If you want, you can keep this VMware to your computer or something like this. I'm just going to put unboxing as computer name. You need to put your password. For formality, I'm just going to use a small password. So it's going to show everything tick, means everything is going good and you entered correctly. Login automatically without asking for the password. If you want, you can click or uncheck if you don't want. Keep the password strong. Click on next. Here is the summary of what you choose for the installation. I choose the location, keyboard, all these things, and it's going to show what will happen under the partitions, and that's it. Install. It's going to take a few minutes, like 10 to 15 minutes based on your PC. If you are having a high-end PC, it's going to take a few seconds or few minutes. If you are having a low end with 2 GB of RAM, it's going to take a while, like 30 minutes, or maximum take it like 20 minutes or 15 minutes, because it's a Lubuntu. It's a lightweight version or a lightweight edition of Ubuntu flavors. I think after installing, it takes a few seconds, and then it's going to say it finish and reboot. That's it. You will be having Lubuntu installed in your virtual machine or a main PC. Again, I'm saying don't install this on a main PC because it's a beta edition. I don't want you to ruin your PC. So that's it for the installation. This is just a formality of installation. Let's exit this thing and let's see what apps comes pre-installed. In the accessories we have these all apps. On the games we have one game, and on the graphics few apps. On the internet few apps, Office, LibreOffice and QPDF view. On the sound and audio, VLC and Pulse will be the common in every Linux distro. No need to show that. And here are the system tools. And on the preference, again same about LXQt. Let's first check the desktop features. On the right side corner bottom, you have a time and calendar. This is a notification. Let's clear all. This is a clipboard. QClipper version is here, 5.1.2. This is a volume, and our removable disk is here. This is a task manager. You can change anything you want or configure. I'm just run through fast because I don't want to make a lengthy video. Let's try to change the desktop wallpapers, and here are some features. Let's see how many wallpapers we get on the 23.04 Lubuntu edition. We don't get more wallpapers. These are all the old edition. I think this is the new. I didn't see anything like this before. I think this will be a new because it's a Lunar Lobster here, as you can see. Ubuntu has a good wallpaper, but Lubuntu don't have a good wallpaper. This is not a good one in my opinion. As you can see here, a globe or earth you can call it, with a tree and a lobster. I don't think this is a good wallpaper for me. You can change anything you want. If you like it, no problem. In my opinion, this is better. It's simple. Let's run some apps and check their versions. Pac-Man is 1.2.1. Let's run all the apps. Let me quickly open all the apps. I show Clipper, Pack Manager. Let's see on graphics, image view, LibreOffice. These are not, Scanlight is not important. On the internet side, it's a torrent manager, ARC client ITS, GPDF. On the sound and video, we need to open VLC media player and check the version. Let's open Pulse volume controller. On the system, let's open the App Store or Discord, you can also call it. I think I showed the installation of Lubuntu. Let's open package manager, disk creator. I think every app is open right now. Almost like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. almost 12 to 13 apps. This is a startup disk. We can't see the version, so let's close it. This is a one package manager. The installed one will be highlighted as a green. Let me scroll it fast. If you want to check that specific package manager, just go to YouTube settings and change the speed to 0.25. So you can see this. I'm not going to slow it down because it's going to take a lot of time. I'm just going to scroll it very fast. Here are the highlighted one will be the green color, and you will be seeing their versions beside it. These are all the package manager. Let's close this thing. This is a pulse volume controller. You already know this. So let's close this thing. Let's check the version of LibreOffice. It is a latest version 7.5.2.1. Every LibreOffice like calculator, math and writer, all the versions will be same because it all comes in a LibreOffice. The version will be same. So let's close this thing. Here is our internet or torrent client. Let's check the version of transmission 3.0. This is I'm making this because of few people who want to know the versions of few apps. So I have opened every app. If you don't want, you can skip it to next part. Here is our QPDF view 0.5.0. This is our calculator 22.12.3. Let's check the VLC media player. Version is 3.0.18. Let's close this. It's a screen recorder. And the text editor version is 1.3.5, which is Featherpad. This is our app store or a Discover, you can call it. Let's open and check the LX image viewer. It's Qt 1.2.0. Let's close everything and just keep the Discover about KDE. Version is 0.14.0. Our protocol version is 10. Let's close this thing. These are all the installed apps, as you can see, and these are the settings. You can change the update settings if you want. Here is about 5.27.3 about Discover, and here we have updates, almost like 150 MB of updates. These are all the updates. So let's close this thing. I think I showed everything. Let's try to see the system monitor after all the apps opened. CPU is running good and low, and the memory is around 901 MB. Before at the starting of the video it was like 552 MB. Now it is using 901 MB, almost like 500 MB extra on the swap. You can see this. And uptime 23.44. You can compare this and the beginning of the video side by side if you want, and you will see how much are the resources consumed after you opening all the apps. So let's close this thing and let me show you my channel. If you are already subscribed, no need to watch this step. If you are not subscribed and if you are a viewer who want to just watch my videos without subscribing, just type in youtube.com/9to5linux. It will directly take to my channel. Let me show you my URL first. This is the URL. If you want to watch daily my videos without subscribing, you can just type in youtube.com/9to5linux. Click enter, or you can go in YouTube app and type in 9to5 Linux. It will directly take to my channel. No need to worry or no need to feel bad if you don't want to subscribe. It's up to you. I'm not going to force you or ask you. It's totally up to you. Connection lost. I don't know, few bugs I guess. Connection established again. Let's try to refresh it. Let's type in youtube.com/9to5 Linux. Click on enter. I think there was a bug of internet there. This is my channel. This is all the logo. Just type in 9to5 Linux in a YouTube app or type in youtube.com/9to5 Linux in the computer or PC or a web browser. If you are here for only Linux videos, go to playlist and go to Linux and view full playlist. I made around like 1600 videos on only Linux, almost 1526 videos on Linux distros. I covered almost like 70 to 80% of Linux distros. You can even search your specific Linux distro here by typing your search term here, like MX Linux or Debian, anything you want. I covered everything. The videos will pop up right here. And let's go to about. I mentioned here that I will post 2 videos daily without missing any day. Here is the timing of when I post. If you are subscribed, you will automatically get a notification. If you are not subscribed, you can come and watch the videos at this time. The videos will be available every day. No need to worry. I think that's it. I think I covered everything. Let's end this video here. Again, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, hit the thumbs up button. It helps make a good content for you. Other than that, I'll see you in tomorrow's video. Peace out.